So there are two types of people in the world. There are those who like fun and those who don't like fun. And the best, most accurate test to see if you're a person who likes fun is whether or not you like wheat pennies. And it's kind of sad what that litmus test will tell you. You could peer into the soul of a person to see if there is one. And I thankfully looked in the mirror and said to myself, man, do I like wheat pennies? I love wheat pennies. If I find a wheat penny, I save it. And then there are soulless Satanists. I'd say Satanists, but you can't say Satanist because that'd indicate there'd be a soul or a sentience or conscious to contemplate the evil Satanism. These are NPCs. That's really what they are. They're NPCs like Vince at Masculine Geek and TJ Martinell and Rurb. Drew hasn't picked on me for that, but I want to show you kids something that's really cool. Those fun people, the ones with souls. And I bought, I don't think you'll be able to see with the resolution. I got, yeah, you're not going to be able to see it. Not a wheat penny, but the wheat penny. Let's see if you can get that there. Oh, yeah, come on, zoom out. Cappy used to be able to do this. No, that's not. Well, at the bottom of that coin, it says VDB, Victor D. Brenner. And on the other side of the coin, it says 1909. That's when it was minted. And it also has an S on it, which means it was made at the San Francisco Mint. This was when people in California used to make things instead of just poop in the streets and then like, which is pretty much all they do now. And this was the coin that if you were a coin collector and you had your Lincoln penny, it included the Lincoln Memorial and the wheat pennies because we were cool and we enjoyed fun. If you put a penny for the year and all the mint marks that it was there, and you had a nice book of pennies. This is the one missing from that collection. And the reason why, I believe only 1.5 million of these were made. Well, that's a lot. Yeah, you're right. It is, but a lot got lost. Lord knows they're hiding under couches or under homes that have been destroyed and have mansions. But they're actually kind of a collector's item. This penny right here, this penny right here. Oh, I'm going to make Jack Napier upset. I'm going to make him upset. This penny just cost me shy of $1,000, and it's in pretty good shape. The bad ones, like if they're not in good shape, are still $500. And this is something I have always wanted as a kid. Now, you would say, Cappy, I thought you were talking about minimalism. I have talked about minimalism. But I'm on that side of minimalism. Not I'm like Jimmy Swaggart. I made my millions, and now I'm not going to donate any money to the kids or the Christians. You can look up Jimmy Swaggart later. Or was it Tammy Faye Baker? Which one was it? This is a problem, an enviable problem the minimalists want to get to. When you go into minimalism, it's usually because you don't have a lot of money. You got to make your money go as far as possible. It is also to liberate you from having to work for cocksucking baby boomer bosses, unfair employers, and just to like work the least amount so you can go out and have fun. However, when you get to be an old fart like me, you practice minimalism, the money will start to accrue. And not a lot, but some. And I have a lot of you, not so young guys, but, younger than me. I got 500,000 cash. My house is paid off. What do? I'm afraid to spend money. It's like, okay, you can afford yourself the occasional treat, right? Like if you're really into scotch, why don't you get that nice bottle of scotch from Japan you always wanted? I would almost draw the line at a car. Boy, that's like something you got to wait till you're 60 years old. You got to wait till you're old before you can get the car. Or there was that toy you always wanted. Like, Chad Elkis's parents, they bought him the G.I. Joe aircraft carrier. Well, maybe you didn't live in Winnetka like Chad did or wherever the heck. He actually didn't live in Winnetka. He lived in Kenya and Honduras. But going with the theme, maybe you couldn't. Well, now you can. Now you can afford these things. And as long as you don't go crazy with it. So now I got this thing. Now, another thing for those of you who are minimalists. If you buy stuff like maybe you always want a nice watch or maybe I'm just trying to think. Maybe you wanted a nice set of jewelry or you maybe want a nice coin. These collectibles, I can't promise you they're going to maintain their value against inflation, but they don't go down to zero. And they generally do keep up with inflation. And so, like, for example, this is where you get back to a collector, a classic car. If you kept it in shape, again, especially with maintenance, you're probably going to lose a little bit of money, but you will have something of value left over. Now, this will outlast me. I will have the pleasure and joy of owning it, unlike Vince, who could own it, but because he has no soul and does not like fun, he wouldn't even know what it is. I will get to enjoy the ownership of it. I'll get to look at it like, oh yeah, I might put it in my coin book. I might just do that. And then I will pass this on to a deserving younger person who appreciates coins. May not be my nieces or nephews, a deserving younger person who's not a Democrat and doesn't poop in the street. In the meantime, and I won't lie, it's like a cathartic itch. Like, finally got that one. You know, like I got that one. The one you didn't have. I got it. What's his name? Lester Burnham, American Beauty. It's a 1971 Pontiac Firebird. I've always wanted, and now it is mine. I rule. It's not like that, but kind of like that, because I'd imagine that car's in the back a lot more. Anyway, numismatics teaches you history. Great hobby. I collect Canadian pennies. Yep. Yeah, it does. It's kind of neat. It's kind of cool. That's about it. I'll see you guys later. Toodle. Oh, I forgot. I almost forgot. Link down below is a course, a link to my course called Achieving Financial Excellence, so that one day you too might be able to afford a really cool wheat penny. And so that's down below. You guys could take that. I'll see you guys later. Toodles.